Hey guys, this is Eternal Knight here, and welcome back to another first Descendant video. And here what I have for you guys is finally a maxed out Divine Punishment. This thing is a beast, max out, and honestly I'm gonna say from the rip, I highly suggest if you guys are playing Yujin exclusively like I am, or support characters, well just basically Yujin, definitely get a max out Divine Punishment. It literally took me forever because this thing was not, the pieces were just not dropping, even though it was at like a 32% chance for each of the pieces. But we finally did it, and I'm gonna basically just quickly go over the build really quick, but more exclusively gonna go into the Divine Punishment. The Divine Punishment. So for the modules, I pretty much kept everything the same from the last video. I swapped out defense, increased defense for iron defense. It's a little less defense, but you get better healing recovery for you and your teammates. So, I was rocking almost 40k defense, and I think that was a bit overkill. And especially with the Divine Punishment, we're going to get defense stacks. So I swapped it out for iron defense. And I think I pretty much kept everything the same. Not much to do here. I kept everything the same from the last video. We have a, Divine Punishment reactor. Now, I'm going to get a new one when it's reset, when the items reset on Tuesday. What you want here is HP heal modifier and skill cooldown. Because with a maxed out Divine Punishment, you can literally get as close to 95% cooldown. I'm going to show you that. We have here just defense, MP recovery out of combat and max HP. Defense, MP recovery in combat, max MP, so max HP, max MP, and then 2-piece annihilation. That's what you want for more skill duration, right? So if we look at the skills, we have 7-second duration for the HP ticks per second. You could swap out HP amp for Battle of Stamina. You will have a little bit less HP, but that's okay. So either one, you'll gain 1 second. If we were to swap it out right now, you'll gain 1 second. Half a second. Went from 7.1 to 7.6. I'm not sure why. It was saying 8 before. Do I have Annihilation? Yeah, I do. Okay. Thought it was saying 8.1 before, but right now it's 7.6. So 0.5 seconds isn't really the biggest deal. So more HP, better heals. So yeah, so we have right here 12.9 seconds on cooldown. Now, with the Divine Punishment now, let's look at the max stacks. So the negative modifier for your hip fire and your aim shot goes to 0 at max stacks. Your defense stacks, you get from, I believe, 3 all the way to 7 now. So this is a 35% defense increase for as you maintain your stacks at max stacks. So you're gonna get 35% more defense, which will put you around over the 30k threshold. So even though we have 28,000 defense, you'll be well above maybe 32,000 defense, something like that, 32, 33. So so that's really good. And this is the kicker right here. The thing that helps the Divine Punishment or your cooldowns a lot is you get 12 stacks of praise. That is 12% skill cooldown. So if you add the 74.3% plus 12, that's an 86% cooldown. This goes from 12.9 to 7 seconds, basically, at max stacks. And on top of that, if we had a skill cooldown substat, we could probably get it down to almost 5 seconds. So a 5-second cooldown for your duty and sacrifice. And you can literally just spam the skill. We have very good MP. Very good MP. We're at 340. Even though it cost 60, we have energy collection. Now, what you could do is, if you don't want energy collection, you could go with maximize conservation. However, your heals will be doing less. So just keep that in mind. I think the 60 is fine. We don't need to really reduce it because we have a lot of MP to begin with, and your MP recovery is it's fine because we not only have MP recovery in combat, we have MP recovery out of combat. So just don't hit the boss running around for like a second or two, you'll be at max in no time. So at max stacks of Divine Punishment, we would have 7 seconds of cooldown, and if we had a skill cooldown substat, we could definitely get it to like maybe 6 seconds, maybe 5. I would have to farm for another reactor, but that's what I'm theorizing right now, especially with the way this is working. On top of that, all your other cooldowns will be affected by Divine Punishment and max stacks. And then for the last one, Glory, when you debuff your enemy, you'll gain, the max stacks now is 25. So this is going to take a little longer to stack up. However, you have your 2 allergy. So this will put a debuff on enemies. On top of that, you want to roll an elemental type on your weapon. So here we have chill. It could be whatever you want. And we also rolled firearm crit rate, bonus firearm attack versus Colossus, and firearm critical hit damage. Now, for the mods for the Divine Punishment, because this is going to be really the only weapon we're going to be using, we had to tweak it up a little bit differently than all of the pure DPS builds that is out there. Obviously, the Divine Punishment does not hit like a truck, but I think the buffs that it gives us kind of overweighs just DPSing consistently. So here we have better insight, edging shot, and better concentration. So better insight and edging shot, we're gonna have a massive amount of firearm critical hit rate. Now the critical hit rate for the Divine Punishment is low, so right now we were able to get it to basically almost 20% with the rolls on here and the 2 mods. So 20%, it's good enough to crit. We have reload focus for more crit damage and reload speed, better concentration, rifling reinforcement, action and reaction, fire rate up. Now, this last slot will be, once I get to it, will be concentration priority or weak point sight. Not sure which one I want to go with. It's literally the last mod I'm going to think of for this last slot. I might just catalyze these two and then leave this open. I'll recatalyze this and make it a blank slot. So that's for the damage mods, these 8. Now, what I did was I decided to go with expand weapon charge and expand general magazine. And there's a reason for this madness, and it's because, especially during Colossus fight, I have noticed that sometimes you're not getting the ammo you want, unless there's an Enzo on your team. But more times than not, there really is not an Enzo on your team, especially playing with randoms. So you need to figure out how to maintain to keep your ammo. So I went with weapon charge. So for more rounds, so we go from like 35 to 52 rounds per magazine, and I went with expand general magazine. And the reason for this is because I found myself literally having 0 ammo during crucial moments, and you have to kill some ads and hoping that the ads will drop your general rounds ammo. So with this maxed out, you get about an extra 4 reloads. So your space is about 400 rounds in your max general rounds, but with this you would increase it to over 600. So that's an extra 4 reloads you can do before having to worry about ammo. I think this is crucial. This keeps you firing more, and this keeps you having the Divine Punishment out more as well, instead of switching to something else like a Nystra and losing all your stacks and things like that. So I think, at least for me, this has been working out better. But again, if you want to go full DPS, then go the full DPS route. I think when you put concentration priority here, you could get this to around 350,000 total. I know this isn't like the right numbers, but just for the interface itself, I know Enduring Legacy is up to like 850,000, 900,000. So obviously this is not the hardest hitting gun, but at least for Yujin, that's not your focus. Your focus is to keep everybody alive. So I think this is the best loadout for mods for the Divine Punishment, and it's been working out great. And yeah, that's it. That is the video, guys. Let me know what you think. I think I highly suggest getting 4 stacks of Divine Punishment. And I know, especially when you're trying to farm for it, they don't drop, and when you're not trying to farm for it, for some reason they drop. So I got really unlucky a lot of the times, and I just had to farm it and just push through it. But we got it done, and I think it's just worth for having the extra 12% skill cooldown at max stacks. So that's it for the video, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.